I've been asked again and again if I want to share my long-range jump-a-conda build, so I've decided to finally do it, so let's have a look at the build. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous with Downtoearth Astronomy. I have for a very long time been very reluctant to actually do this video about my jump-a-conda build for several reasons. First of all, this is not an optimized build. This is not. I'm not sit and I min-maxed every single stat on the ship, and the build is. I mean, I have a lot of modules in the ship that's really tailored to the needs that I have as a video maker, as a content creator in the game. But again, a lot of people keep asking me about the build, so I decided to finally do a video on it. And for the same reason, because it's so tailored, because it's not really optimized. I haven't done a Coriolis build for it, but I'm gonna try to go through it anyway, and hopefully give you some pointers in which directions you could go if you were to do your own long-range Anaconda build, or any long-range ship in general. Here we are in the outfitting, and first of all, the purpose of this build is to have everything that I need when it comes to video making. So I will need various different modules. I'll go over those in a bit, but and it needs to get me around the bubble and the surrounding areas as quickly as possible, so I don't have to spend a huge amount of time traveling from one location to the other. So that's the main purpose. This is basically it's called the Anaconda. This is my video ship. That's the one I do most of my recordings in. So let's run over the build here. First of all, hard points, no hard points. Again, this is basically a flying camera rig. We don't need weapons. If I need to do some combat related videos, I would either get the cucumber, my PvE Corvette, or I would fit a ship tailored to whatever I'm doing if the cucumber is not really up for the task. So no weapons on this thing here. Utility, you might think is a little weird. I have a frame shift wake scanner. In case I want to do videos where I scan wakes, it has happened a few times. This is actually engineered, and I believe that most of these you see is only minus 40% to lightweight. Lightweight is some of them, but it's only a grade 1, as you can see here. So again, I haven't really gone overboard. That's like a recurring theme you will see here, that this is not a highly tuned, optimized thing. It's just one of those apparently at some point at an engineer that happened to do lightweight frame shift wake scanners, and maybe I didn't have materials to go higher than 1. Maybe he couldn't do higher than 1. I don't know. With any engineers that only do grade 1, I guess there is. But for some reason, I only engineer to grade 1. But I have the wake scanner in case of that. Manifest scanner, if I want to do some installations or mega ships, or if I for some reason find something interesting that require me to scan some cargo, I have a manifest scanner, I believe. Yeah, this is lightweighted as well. Xeno scanner, again, if I want to interact with Dargoids, it might be a good idea to have, and it can maybe, it's nice to have it. It's not that heavy anyway, so I have a Xeno scanner on it, and other than that, it's just empty utility slots. No shield boosters, no. Again, I haven't fitted a kill wound scanner, which you could argue could be a good idea, because if I'm doing kill wound scanners, it's most likely going to be combat related, and in that case, I would get a combat ship anyway. So that's the utility mounts. Let's move on to the core internals. Let's start from the bottom. 8D sensors, and I believe these are engineered for lightweight, and they are. You can see this is not a legacy or grandfather module. This has actually been engineered with the new stats. So lightweight D-rated sensors. We don't really need our sensors. It's just to make sure we get in and out of the stations, and they need to be as light as possible. 1D power distributor. I'm not in a hurry. I don't need to boost. I just need something to be light. So I got a 1D power distributor, which means shields will recharge slowly, and I can't boost. But it's okay. Again, I would rather have the range than being able to boost it out of the stations. Same story with the life support. I believe this one is lightweighted as well. It is. This one only to grade 4. Frame shift drive is probably one thing that I should fix at some point. It's a 6A, as you would expect, and if you go to modification, this increased range, grade 5. But if you look at the stats out here, you will see that this is most definitely a grandfathered module. That means that I haven't actually updated my engineering role on my frameshift drive, which I probably should, because I would probably, I mean, this would probably be, if I put a proper roll on this, I could probably get a few, like 10% extra, I believe, to my optimal mass. I could probably squeeze a few more light years out of this thing, and since this is one of the main focuses, I should probably actually get around to this at some point and engineer the frameshift drive on this thing. Which would also, of course, make it lighter. I believe the maximum is only for 20%, maybe? Increase 25, maybe, on the mass, which would make it lighter, which would also increase my jump range. So that would probably be something that I would want to do at some point. We have the extra fuel here per jump, which is nice, but I don't think it's going to outweigh what I get up here. So that's probably something I would want to upgrade at some point whenever I have nothing else to do. Thrusters. Just 5D thrusters. I believe it's the small thrusters, or the lightest thrusters you can fit on the ship, and it still flies. So it's not going to be fast, it's not going to be maneuverable, but it's going to be good enough, and I have absolutely no engineering on this. Again, with the remote workshop, I probably could put some dirty drives on it if I wanted to, but I haven't. Same story here with the power plant. It's not engineered. I must have switched it out at some point. I'm not even sure if the 6A is the best choice for me right now. If I go to 5A, I actually think that would be a slightly better. I do lose some heat efficiency, but I rarely overheat in this thing anyway, so I could actually consider upgrading to a Guardian power plant. This is a case where this would be a decent choice, because if I'm not going to engineer it anyway. Alternatively, I could go for a 5A. 4A might be... I should actually be able to... 4A might actually be stretching it. I might be able to pull enough power out of the 4A. I think that's going to be doubtful. But we are very close here with the Guardian one. So maybe I can actually do a 4A. And again, that would of course further increase my jump range. So that's something I need to look into as well. But in general, if you want to... if you're building long-range ships, what I do here is often a good idea. Especially if the downgrading the power distributor can be a good idea. Always light-rate your sensors. And power plants, just go with the lightest power plant you have. And it's worth considering if you should go with a Guardian one, if you can then downgrade to a lower one if you don't want to go and engineer the other ones. But engineered one will always be better anyway. So as you can see, the core internals is a bit of a mess. But again, as I said at the beginning, this is why I've been a little bit reluctant to do this video in the beginning, because this ship is a mess, and it's not like something, it's just like something I've thrown together. At some point I should probably build a proper Anaconda. Optional internals gets a little bit more interesting. 7A fuel scoop, of course. 60 shield generator. You just have a little bit of shields to take minor bumps, and in case we do fail in interdiction, we should have enough shields to get away, or at least at the beginning, at the end of the interdiction, we could submit, so we can get away faster. A bit of cargo, always nice if we want to carry some limpets for my. I have both a recon limpet controller, as you can see here, to again interact with the mega ships, or now installations, if I want to go and do something like that. Guardian wake, this is new module added. I think I had another cargo hold here, or another cargo rack here, that I changed that out for Guardian FSD booster, so I got a little bit more range out of this ship again. Fighter hangar, this is probably one of the most important modules on the ship. That is my 5D fighter hangar. I have a single fighter in here, which is an Imperial fighter, because they have the best maneuverability. And what I use this for is basically a camera drone. If I need to do some flybys, like fly over a certain area, I get like an aerial shot of something, I would get out in the fighter. I would then go into the external camera mode and attach that to the underside of the fighter, basically like you would do on a drone, and then fly the fighter around and do the recording from that location. And that's how I do all those sweeping shots over areas, which I often use in my unlocking engineers videos, but I also use them in other situations. Obviously SRVs. I have two SRVs here. I only have one fighter because I can build more, so in case I want to do something where a fighter would die and it's not that bad, I can always build more. But with SRVs, I only have the one per bay, so that's why I have two, because I have in few situations been out where I wanted to record something that included an SRV exploding. And in that case, it's nice to have a second SRV, so you can do a retake without having to go to a station and buy new ones. collector input controller here. Again, it's a convenient thing for me. I also use this for getting around gathering materials. I always forget to bring the collector inputs, but it's nice to have. Obviously, Advanced Discovery Scanner is a must so that I can actually find the planets or the places that I'm looking for. And a detailed surface scanner, and apparently this one is engineered with scan rate multiplier. Fast scan. Okay, so I have a fast scan of this. Nothing in the military compartment. And that's pretty much the build. As you can see, quite a bit of a mess. And I wouldn't recommend you mirror this one-to-one. But at least now you know what my jump-a-conda looks like. And let me know in the comment section is this a project you would want to follow. I mean, I've lately done some we do a build kind of a video series mainly on live streams. And if you would be interested in seeing a series of live streams where we go over and give this thing an update, because it's definitely needs it, then let me know in the comment section down below. But if you liked the video, remember to subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and until next time, I will see you guys in space.